This is Seraphina Capranos, and today we are making fire cider. And I love fire cider because it is a medicine that is food-based. And this is what makes it accessible to a lot of people. It makes it relatively inexpensive, and most people can make this at home. So the basis of fire cider, which by the way, Rosemary Gladstar generously brought to the herbal community probably several decades ago, and there's no one strict recipe. Really, fire cider is unique to everyone who makes it. And that's part of the beauty of, I believe, herbal medicine, is that it's the person's signature and our own essence and our own personality and our own little touches that we put into our medicine is what makes the beauty and the heart and the soul of herbal medicine. So at first glance, many of you are saying these are not herbs, these are foods. Well, what defines a herb and a food is really personal. It's personal to each person and each herbalist. So amongst herbalists, we would call these herbs because we use them medicinally. And to some of you, these might just be foods that you see or spices that you see at the grocery store. The basis of fire cider is generally speaking onions, garlic, horseradish, ginger, and cayenne, which is optional, and then also honey, which is optional. Now, I've made many fire ciders that have these basic ingredients, and then sometimes I might add fresh turmeric, if that's what I can see in my health food store. Some people put lemon rinds or orange rinds or other herbs or spices in with their fire cider. It's really a matter of preference, and I really want to encourage you to make your own signature fire cider. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop all my vegetables, and you're just chopping them freely like you would when you're cooking. You just chop them finely. Now, what I have a personal interest in is the history and the tradition of so many of these foods and medicines. And onions not only make really good flavor in cooking, onions, which are spicy and stimulating and promote circulation, onions can be used as an ear poultice, and some of you, even as children, may have had your moms or grandmothers or parents make an ear poultice, and that is you saute the onions in a cast iron skillet and you wrap it in muslin or a linen, and then you place that really warm onion press behind the ear, and that's really great to combat ear infections. And horseradish, for those of you who have never seen this grow in a garden, this is an amazing, huge plant, and these roots are really abundant. One horseradish plant can grow really deeply and really abundantly, and you harvest it in the fall. And horseradish is that condiment that you might eat with your steak or lamb dinner. And we often pair these really spicy, pungent herbs or foods with fatty foods, and that's because they help with digestion. Everything here in fire cider really helps with digestion. And horseradish is also really great for people who have chronic sinus infections, colds that really sit in the sinuses, recurrent sinus infections. It's really warming and really stimulating, and it really brings a lot of heat and blood and circulation to the digestion. So I peel, as you can see, I'm peeling my horseradish, and then I'm just going to chop it the same size, roughly. You want everything more or less the same size. So garlic is same botanical family as onion, and garlic is an old remedy. They've found it in the tablets of ancient Egypt where garlic is being used medicinally. And many of us relate garlic to vampires. Now, in the Middle Ages, before we knew that the cause of many diseases was a virus or a bacteria, people would hang garlic by their door to ward off vampires. Well, you know, it's interesting. In the Middle Ages, they believed that many diseases were caused by bad spirits or bad humors. And they noticed that people who ate or used a lot of garlic, handled a lot of garlic, would often not get sick. And so they believed if you hung garlic by your door, you would ward off those bad spirits or bad humors. But we now know that garlic is a very powerful, extraordinary antimicrobial. And when I was a little girl, my mother would actually have me take a whole clove of fresh garlic, wrap it in a little bit of bread, and I would chew it and swallow it when I was sick. And I've never taken an antibiotic, and I really think it's because my mother gave us so many of these amazing home remedies, and I'm very grateful for that. So I've got my onion, I've got my horseradish, and I've got my garlic. And then I'm going to also peel some ginger. And ginger is a very well-known anti-inflammatory. It's in a lot of anti-inflammatory products or formulations that you might find in health food stores or in a herbalist formula. It also it breaks up stagnation. And a lot of the illnesses that we get when we're sick in the wintertime, in the cold season, are due to congestion. And all of these ingredients are antimicrobial and really great for the immune system. So now we've chopped everything, and it's more or less in the same size, finely chopped. And I leave my cayenne last. The cayenne is what I add last, and if you don't have fresh chili peppers like or cayenne peppers like I have here, you can certainly use powdered cayenne that you buy at a grocery store or a health food store. Again, I prefer that everything is organic. And next I just put it right into a canning jar. And now there's different opinions and different ways that people do this. And remember, there's no strict law or rule. Some people fill it right to the very top with all the ingredients. I personally find this such a strong product or food that I don't need to fill it right to the very top. I like to fill it about halfway. So for those of you herbal students who are watching this, I'm preparing this more or less at, you could say, a 1-to-2, 1-to-3 ratio. I might add just a little bit more. And next I'm going to cover it with apple cider vinegar. And I use any kind of organic unpasteurized apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to cover it. And I'm just going to make sure that all the vegetables or herbs are covered by the fluid. There's nothing around the rim. Just going to top it up a little bit more. And next, you just fix the lid on top. Now, vinegar will rust metal. So what I recommend you do is line it with wax paper first and seal it, or what I'm going to do this time is I have these canning jar lids that are plastic. And then you shake it. And I also like to label it. And those of you who are my students, you know I'm really strict with labeling everything and also putting a date on it. So don't forget your date. All right, so we've made a fire cider, and now you're going to let it sit for 4 weeks. It does not need to sit refrigerated. It can just be in a counter in your kitchen that does not get direct sunlight. And you can shake it every day if you want to or not. And then after the 4 weeks or longer, you can strain it, add your honey or not, and enjoy. So how do we take it? What I like to do is just take it by the tablespoon daily or even a few times a day. Or you can add it onto your salad dressing just like you'd add any vinegar to your salad dressing. You just use fire cider instead of your regular balsamic or apple cider vinegar. This is preventative medicine. So I have had countless clients and patients in my practice attribute their absence of their sinus infections and bronchial infections to fire cider. So take it daily by the spoonful, the little shot glass full, any which way that you want to take it, you can take it. And it is amazing preventative medicine. And it's also great for children. A lot of children love the taste and love the flavor, especially if there is a little honey added in there. And also elders, this is really good for elders because as we age, our metabolism naturally slows down and we can grow chillier or more sluggish. And this is excellent medicine for those of you who have sluggish digestive systems or who need that extra warmth and circulation. Again, a lot of our ailments, especially as we age, can often be due to stagnation or a slowing down of our metabolism. And remember, if you're somebody who is really hot or you have excessive heat in your constitution, so you might be the kind of person who might in the wintertime go outside with shorts and a t-shirt. If you're that kind of person who has a lot of heat in your constitution, a lot of rosacea, or symptoms of excessive heat, or you really get aggravated by a lot of heat, this might not be the formula for you. So you have to just really tune into your body. And the best way to test this is you just take it. You take a little bit, go easy on it, and just notice, how is my body receiving this? How is my body responding to this medicine? Your body knows better than I know your body, and your body should always really be your authority. So enjoy your fire cider, and I hope to hear how yours turns out. Leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you.